Hello and welcome to Never a Fall. This is your evening debate / Man United Wolves reaction. Underwhelming by Man United. Did they just steal this game? Were Wolves robbed? This is what we're gonna know, to be honest. Cass is here. Look at the sigh, bro. Look at this. It's a sigh of someone who knows they got away with one. They got away with one.
It's not just a reaction. There's a bunch of different things. I don't know why Roms is laughing like he didn't get. He didn't get rushed twice, and then you can't even get Tyler Adams like soccer club, bro, and all them things there. But I'm stressed, man. I'm stressed. I just witnessed 55 going on 60 million pounds for what? Man said Eriksen and Sancho came on to change the game. I can't believe I'm saying even Anthony was the best attacker out of all the attack. And he actually played quite well, to be fair. Sancho came on and looked better than Rashford in 2 minutes. Sancho actually played quite well. Garnacho, impact player, still is. It's just so imbalanced. My club is so fucking allergic to technical players. All I ask for is technical security at my club. And we get a man who is Dutch, who knows everything about technical ball. And guess what he thinks? Oh, you know what his team needs? A Mason fucking Mount. What's the difference? And I saw Eriksen come on. Someone said, but Mason Mount is more, off the ball. He's got more energy. And Eriksen comes on and we score. Whatever, man.
I was wrong about Garnacho because all of the times he comes as that impact sub, I said, you know what? This guy's ready to start. And my brother was that to me now. When he starts, he doesn't impact the game. The game passes him by. He goes missing. And it was evident tonight. Like you said, it's embarrassing that Anthony was your best attacker. Literally was your best attacker. I think Ten Hag got this tactically wrong, but we knew this. I don't even know why we're acting surprised. The midfield three of Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro is frantic. It would have been frantic. It's that hot potato. We knew this would happen, but I want to give credit to Wolves because they didn't get the 3 point, but I want to give credit to them because was any of us expecting that? Especially after
to be fair, I captained Rashford. Yeah, I was expecting a Man United turnover today. But I will be real. One person that was expecting this was Cass. He said to me, Wolves are their bogey team. He said to me yesterday when I said about captaining Rashford, he said, Wolves are our bogey team. I was like, come on, bro. And I actually convinced him. Otherwise, I said, bro, right now, when you go into a season, you look at teams who have got something to play for, like Luton. They're in the Premier League, so they're gassed, right? Wolves at the moment, for me, they're a club in the decline. So I expected United to turn them over. But, boy, listen, 3 points in it. Arsenal celebrated 3 points, so United can celebrate 3 points. On Garnacho, actually, he's got a similar name. A player that everyone thought should start for us was coming on, impact every time he came for us. Iheanacho, right? Every time he came on for us, he impacted games, right? Then he got a run in the first team. Awful. Sometimes the jump is just different, innit? When you're starting games, it's very different because when you come on as a sub, the game is stretched. You've got a full gas tank. Everyone else is running on 50%. And maybe that's it. But listen, Ten Hag will learn quickly, innit? I want Cass to talk more. To be Cass, you need to vent in it, so just vent.
Yeah, so I don't know. The only positive in this is that we got points this time and this time last year we didn't against Brighton, right? But Wolves, yes, they are a bogey team, but I don't want to make excuses about this player wasn't fit, that player weren't fit. If anyone looks still off the boil, it's Martinez. It's like, you can't do what you think you could do. Like, what are you doing going into challenges like that so early in the game? Who's gassed you, bro? Is it the Argentina Butcher song or something? Because you can't do that. Lindelof had to calm down. He came on, and fair play to Lindelof. He calmed the team down, and Varane looked a little bit more stable. Onana was sick. It wasn't for this guy's like just quick reactions. We were getting dipped. Yeah. Luke Shaw had to come alive in the second half because I was stressed. Wan-Bissaka just does Wan-Bissaka things, and then it just comes down to the midfield. I felt Casemiro was just left to do everything by himself. everything by himself, and he had to do all the tackling, everything, and Bruno come back a couple times. Bruno ineffective a little bit, but what do you expect? But other than that, Rashford up front, he doesn't see the ball. He got the best part when he went on the left and had a little cut in, and that's it. You know, like I can't lie. I think the way I looked at that penalty, I think it's I don't know what it was. I didn't get that probably see it because the flipping TV was flickering and that. I had to leave the room.
I think that added to your stress, didn't it? That did add to your stress. And he was watching it. He was watching it out in his room. And I said, come in and watch it with me. He came in and then the TV was effing up the whole time. And I think that started. I promise you, it wasn't on purpose. But
no, I can't lie, man. I'm actually fuming because it's like I'm looking at Ollie ball and I'm looking at transition ball and I'm looking at all sorts. And maybe it's me being overreaction. There's the whole point of a reaction, right? You're getting a damn reaction out of me then. Yeah. Cool. So I'm stressed because it's just not looking good at this moment of time. I feel like I need to start assessing this maybe away from home. Like Spurs will dick us down if this is going to be the case. You know, like I can't lie. This is Spurs we're talking about. And luckily Spurs got a worse defense than probably Wolves, right? So
and Romero's probably got to be
Wolves just need to get out of the league. I hate them. I can't stand playing them. It's never a massive scoreline with these lot. They didn't even have Ruben Neves and no one. I'm thinking, yeah. I said on Savage channel, I said Monday under the cosh, 8 p.m. Everyone's watching us. We're not gonna be good. We're gonna probably draw. I said draw. I said 0-0. I expect it to be. I said if it's not 3-0 above, I'm gonna panic, and I'm panicking. And this is why I'm saying, get me damn Amrabat, because I swear down, why is my club allergic to flipping technical ballers? Wolves ran our midfield, bro. I've been screaming. I wanted Mateus Nunes and Polina last year. Didn't get it. It's just whatever. Someone take over, man, because I want to start swearing.
So a few things. Firstly, yeah, this is a good thing about the transfer window closing at the end of September. And if you think back to this time last year, Cass, there's certain players that you didn't have that you got before the transfer window closes, right? I think Casemiro came in quite late on, didn't he?
Yeah.
You have a few games to see. Like we're blessed that we're going to have, with the injury of De Bruyne, we're probably going to have to go and get maybe one additional player. But do you not think when Rashford moved out to the left, remember, you're watching it in here by this point, he had that little run and he held on to the ball probably for a bit too long. But do you think that's because he was playing central? When he moved out left, who went through the middle? Oh, he didn't move out to left. It was just a run down the left, in fact. Now, if Rashford is running down the left and currently you do not have a number 9, he's holding on to the ball because he's thinking, I ain't got no one to cut it back to. I haven't got a number 9 to find. If I'm going down the left, it's on me to also score. So they're the little changes. But I think with Martinez as well, one thing he to be fair, didn't get sent off today, but one thing he's going to have to be aware of, unfortunately, he will be on referees' radars, right? So he can't be committing fouls in the first half and getting no yellow cards in the first half unless it's for a really valid reason, because people are going to be on top of him this season as well. Mo, anything from you?
No, like listen.
Or do we move on to Caicedo, Lavia, and Liverpool?
No, it's simple that Man United, to be honest, Ten Hag was out tactic. I expected better from him. Marcus Rashford, it's not his fault. Okay. However, it's on if you're a forward and you don't touch the ball, you don't get involved, and your team is not controlling the game, there's something is happening wrong. When we say Haaland is not touching the ball, but Man City have the ball. You know what I mean? Like Man City have position. Man United were getting killed in the transition. The midfield was getting overrun. And we said that many times, Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandez together is not going to work. And I told Cass before that I think if Amrabat comes in tomorrow, he starts tomorrow. This is very apparent, right? Like this midfield is not going to work because Casemiro isn't technical. Casemiro is a breaker, couple of passes here and there. Bruno Fernandez wants to get on the ball. He's not good playing deeper. And Mason Mount today was all over the pitch with nothing. With like no output whatsoever.
If Amrabat comes tomorrow, who does he displace?
Mason Mount. Come on. Why are we protecting Mason Mount?
No. I agree with you. I'm just putting the question out there because they just signed this guy for 60
million.
If
you cannot play Mason Mount on the sides, he has to be dropped. Because Bruno today, that's what I'm telling you. Bruno Fernandez, as people want to slander Bruno, the goal was not going to be scored if Bruno doesn't have this moment of magic. This is what Bruno gives you. This Bruno might give you 1 or 2 moments a game. He might win you the game. Mason Mount isn't going to do that for you. So Bruno is undroppable, right?
I think that's a debate real quick. That is a debate, right? Because we said it. And I rate Mount, firstly, right? However, when someone said to me, Mount and Bruno are actually very similar players. It's just
No, they're
Bruno
not.
has a lot better end product, and his passing also, to be fair, is also. But ultimately, if you're looking, and even people that don't rate Bruno or Mount, they're worlds apart. They're
Their
worlds
words up. Thank you,
Yeah.
Daps. Like
No, they're worlds
people
apart.
that don't wanna listen. I'm gonna say here, I'm not a Man United fan, and I just today this performance is absolutely terrible. But if the people that don't rate Bruno Fernandez, they have agendas. Like they don't want to just admit that Bruno Fernandez has these moments in him that can win you the game. Like forget the cross, forget Varane. That dink is something that not a lot of people will do. Under his feet, doing the if you play ball, you know what I'm talking. That dink under your feet to be the right weight to just fall to Wan-Bissaka doesn't have to take a touch. Is a skill. If you play football, you know what I'm talking about. Number two, people don't like me when I say that. Even though Garnacho and Rashford were terrible, I'm not going to count Rashford because I said it many times. Rashford should not be a striker because his link-up play is awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible. His movement is terrible. His body language when he plays as a forward is telling me that he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be on the pitch. Like
He's
he
quite
doesn't agree
lazy.
with the manager's choice, but he has to do it. He was very lazy. A couple of times, Man United would snatch the ball from Wolves, and Marcus Rashford would be staring at Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount, asking them to do the hard work. He doesn't want to be there.
No.
Anthony today, there is a couple of things that I want to point, which is Man United fans have been screaming. Anthony dribbled Nouri to the line with a chance to go forward and putting him at his back. He turned back trying to not make him, and Nouri pulled the jersey. Why
You know
didn't
what
you
I- you know
take
what it
the
is?
ball and
I
go
know what you-
forward?
I know what you're talking about because guess what? There's no one running into the space.
But
He
take
looked
the
forward and there's no one
space.
forward. There was no one forward. No, look, today I thought Anthony was quite decent. He actually got to the line and put in two decent balls, like a few decent balls today. And I thought,
Who's
you know
your
what?
best
Oh,
attacker, bro?
there was nothing going on. You can't play chaos. Garnacho is chaos. Rashford is chaos. Yeah, Garnacho is a better footballer than him. Yeah, overall, yeah, he's more technically sound and everything. They can't play in the same team. The real winners of today are Chelsea. Yeah, because they got Caicedo and Lavia, and guess what? One of them people that cost us the Mount got them Lavia, who's better than Mount. Yeah, I'm sick of this crap. Like honestly, I just don't understand how he looked at that and just thought, yeah, Mount, you think he's going to improve this team? Maybe improve the squad.
Yeah.
Like for Bruno, yes. But in a centre mid, it just looks like last season. The thing is, I don't think Man United were tactically outclassed because all they were doing is soaking up pressure and counter-attacking us. Yeah. But what was good was individual performances like from Cunha, Mateus Nunes.
Neto was very good as well.
What's his name again?
I want to see Neto do well, man.
Neto
I
as well.
feel
You
for
know
Neto
what?
with the injuries as well.
You know what? So was
Before
Semedo.
the injuries, he was unreal, man. Before his
was
first
wicked,
injury,
and
Neto was cold.
Yeah, Semedo was wicked. Like I can't lie.
You don't normally, and the thing is, you don't normally associate Semedo with being good defensively, but he was today. Like I've always said, going forward, he's fine. The other way, he's suspect. But today,
But how can you win? How can Semedo win the one-on-one battle against Garnacho? Why? Why did that happen?
Because they're playing low block.
I thought he had many times where he had a run on him, but he couldn't like. Can
we just revert back quickly to Rashford? Yeah, because do you know what? I've never been that much of a fan of Rashford. Yeah, so but I am going to defend him. No, I've never have been, bro. Honestly, because I've felt like he's been overhyped slightly. However, I have started to think, you know what? Last season made me think, you know what? He's pretty damn good. But you just said he was lazy. Now, I've also said, like in the cup final against City, he was lazy. But let me just put a spin on it. Have you thought that actually he just doesn't fully know how to play the number 9 role the way he's being asked to, which is being lazy, holding the ball up, winning balls in the air, that he is comfortable playing out wide. So we're saying he's lazy. Now it's just he doesn't know how to play the number 9 hold-up game. That's just not in his artillery. And I think watching him, the way he moves and whatever, it's just not him. That's why he needs someone playing through the middle. Rashford, when Martial's on the pitch playing through the middle, looks better because then it's not him having to hold the ball up. It's someone else. And he's able to... We can't tell me Rashford don't work hard when he's out wide. He does work hard. He puts...
It's only in the 99.
Wolves need to get...
because he doesn't know how to do it.
They need to get out of this league. They're not going to score enough goals this season either. Good riddance. Good riddance. I can't wait for it. Only Man United, all the time, managers love to sack teams before they play Man United. 4 days manager bounce. Emery last season. I think there was a couple managers last season that came against us with a manager bounce. Leeds as well. I can't be asked.
Let me ask you this: if Wolves can add a striker to that team and they have similar performances to that, do you think they can stay up? Because I had them going down, but I think if they can replicate that performance with a bagsman, I think they can stay up.
They have three strikers.
If Wolves played away to,
but none of them will get enough goals.
If Wolves played away to Man City, Newcastle, Arsenal, maybe even Aston Villa, they're getting punished, bro. That's the difference. They're getting punished.
True.
They smashed them 5-0. Don't get me wrong. The defense looked all right. It's because we didn't trouble them too much because we didn't want to get into spaces. Even the commentator said it. Man United are too static. No one's moving. You know, it's awful, bro. And it took an Eriksen to come on.
So sorry, can I just say, hold on. Why was Weghorst brought in last season? Was he brought in to be a target man that just holds the ball up?
No, he was brought in because we had no other option. Because we couldn't. But that was it.
Do you not think that, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think, again, you're saying no movement. Rashford's movement's good, but he's being told to play as a number 9. He's being told to be a target man.
I don't think he's got high IQ levels, I'll be real. And I've always thought that. I just think he's a guy that needs to be set up for, like, and all that kind of stuff, and go do what he does best. Your IQ is shooting and scoring goals, nothing more, nothing less.
I'm running.
Can we, before we move on to the Caicedo, Lavia, Liverpool dilemma, and should we overanalyze this game, Cass?
Well, I know it's going to be first games, but we done it for Arsenal a little bit. I mean, we done it for Man City a little bit. We done it for Chelsea and Liverpool. So why not Man United?
So if you're going by this, I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, Erik ten Hag, you're overthinking games. You're not making it simple. That Mason Mount Bruno isn't working. And why did he take Lisandro out? Because of the yellow card?
Yeah, I think it was the yellow card.
Is that how much he doesn't trust him?
Probably.
Let's be honest. He was the brink of a red.
You know, Cass, that's garbage from the coach and the player.
No.
If you're going to take a man out because he's on a yellow card, that's absolutely terrible.
No. If anything, that's intelligent from Ten Hag. He knew an accident was waiting to happen. He knew he was about to get a red, so he removed him from the situation. I think you actually have to give Ten Hag credit in that aspect. His setup was wrong, but in terms of making that call, I think Ten Hag did the right thing.
I disagree with you. I'll tell you why. If you cannot manage your player, if you cannot manage your best defender and absolutely have him on check, okay, to be able for him to play 90 minutes or 45 minutes with a yellow card on him, you failed in managing. These players are managed by coaches, Rams. You know that. This player has been with Ten Hag for a couple of years now, 3 years now, 2 years at Ajax and 1 year. If you cannot coach the player to have his emotions in check when he's on a yellow card and he's your best defender, you're failing at something.
Mo, so I agree with you slightly. Yeah, I do agree with elements. I agree with elements of what you say. Yeah, I do, because you should be able to say, listen, you're going to have to calm down. Don't get heated no matter what. However, I can't say that Ten Hag's failed, because ultimately, if he would have stayed on the pitch, he could have got a yellow. And ultimately, Man United won the game. If he did stay on the pitch and got another yellow and got sent off, then there is. So I can't say failed, but I do get what you're saying about being able to tell him, keep cool, bro. You can't be.
Is that not called? Is that not called good in-game management? Because we'll be hearing. No. Wait.
Finish. Sorry.
If he got sent off, then Mo would have been saying that's awful from Ten Hag. He knew he was going to get another yellow card. He's being rash, and then he's going to get sent off. He should have taken him off. That's the difference, Mo. Either way you want to spin it.
Can I finish it? Yes. Okay, can you finish? Let me respond. Yeah. So I agree with what you guys saying. However, he's your best defender. A lot of defenders in the world get yellow cards early. It's either we put it 100% on Lisandro Martinez and say, listen, this guy cannot play with a yellow card. He's a bomb waiting. He's a ticking bomb. Or we try to say, Ten Hag, you need to manage your player. It's either or. But that I disagree with the decision of taking him off, because now every team now is going to target Lisandro, knowing that if he gets a yellow card in the first half, he's going to get subbed out.
But it's been loads
of
times.
Is that what it is?
It's been loads of time. He got yellow carded in like the 16th minute. That's the difference. The thing is, the difference between him and Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw isn't the guy that goes into tackles like the way Lisandro has to at center, especially when you want to play this higher line that you want to play, etc., right? So that's the way I'm looking at it. I thought getting rid of him. I said, get him off. Straight away, get him off.
Bro, let's be real. Sometimes players have, and Mo, let me repeat. I do hear what you're saying about being able to manage a player you've been with for 3 years. However, do you know what? There's things. Me and Cass, I've just said to Cass a minute ago, I was losing my head over what was it, Cass? It was over something like a washing machine, something stupid, yeah,
Okay.
and actually said out loud, do you know what? Why do I get frustrated and pissed off so quickly over little things, right? Sometimes we have it in us where that's just us, yeah? And
I know.
the fact that Ten Hag has clocked, maybe Martinez has that in him and dragged him, yeah, before he got a second yellow, I think we're being very critical to
Okay.
now see that as poor.
I just feel practice for him because I feel like if he leaves him on now and gets a red, I understand what you're saying, Mo. That's on you're basically saying that's on Martinez. That's on Martinez not being smart enough. But I feel like United fans would then think, wait, you're the manager. You know he's capable of losing his head. You should have been ahead of the curve and to come out. To be fair, both sides are right, but I feel Ten Hag made the right call in that instance.
Let me do
Okay, then if you see it this way.
Lewis said, it can
No,
go
fine.
way,
It can be all. No. It can be either way. You can look at it as Cass said. You can look at it from either way.
Sorry, the one last thing I'd add to that as well is right now, even more so than ever, yeah, we're going into a new season where we've already seen that the referees are being stricter than normal, yeah. So I can fully get where he thinks, do you know what? We don't know what these referees are going to do. You could do something that is not a bookable offence and the referee could drag you for that. So I kind of think Ten Hag probably get the situation right.
Let me do
I didn't even realise this till this weekend. But if you basically appeal for a yellow, you get the yellow.
The players are briefed. The players are briefed. They just forget. Like
Lewis says
in the heat at the moment.
He says, thank you for Caicedo money with Manny Mount. Yeah, whatever, mate. Chelsea Niak says, TalkSport tweet, Double M got 007 stats tonight. Well, I'm not surprised by that. United Telegraph says, actually fuming at what point we demand a style of play. ETH tactically, what is he thinking of Hoofball gets relegation for that home? It's disgraceful. Blaze A says, Acuna doesn't run Liverpool like that with a number 6. You mean Cunha? Big up, Jay. It says, big up the panel. Spurs, Arsenal, Brighton are three of their next 4 matches. We'll know what kind of team United are after them run of games. Yeah, that's
You got Arsenal. Oh, that's mad, you know.
Yeah, we're going to beat them as well. AMT says, I don't think the blame is on Ten Hag alone. The players were not fluid at all. Yeah, I can agree to that in some degree as well. Like, but I just feel like he's trying to do what Arteta's doing. You're trying to fit in Havertz into a team, into a system that probably just doesn't work. You still got the win. It wasn't really that convincing, but you still got over the line. The only thing I'm happy about is my FPL because I got 2 players. I got 2 clean sheets. So that's
Mo had
your team. You're doing right.
But I lost it because he subbed Martinez before the 60th minute and he got a yellow card.
Bro, I thought I was smart having Rashford as captain. So, but do you know what? One thing as well, you just said there. Oh, it's completely gone from my damn head. One of the about this when you're talking about about talking about fluid. Do you know what? The one thing that I actually thought, and Cass, you would have heard me say this in pre-season. I know it's the youngest, but you look quite fluid in some of those games in pre-season.
Yeah, but that was with who?
It was the youngest and
the young baller called Kobe Mino because he's technically sound and he's okay and composed. This is why I want Amrabat. Because as far as I say, I'd rather use him as a hybrid 8 than his 2 8s that are further forward and stuff because it just don't work.
Do you know what? It's interesting because earlier on, Potts said something. I think it was on Battle of the North versus London Carnage. He said something. I'm sure it's him or somebody said that at the moment the worry is that Arteta and Ten Hag, because both of them have brought in Havertz and Mount, that because it was them that did it, they want it to work and that they'll keep trying at it and keep trying at it. And
it might work with a striker running in behind the line. Yeah. There was a lot of space in behind Wolves' defense, but sometimes I saw Bruno make runs and he got dismissed. I saw Mason Mount actually make a few runs, got dismissed. There was a lot of dismissal in behind run. It's like, what are you doing? And it's just, I don't know, man. It was just a bit. Wolves got robbed, bro. I'm gonna be real. They got robbed. We should have drew that game.
I'm gonna ask you as well. Do you think that's a pen, Kaz?
I think it.
Onana.
I looked at Onana. I thought, yeah, this is not going to go well. And I don't know if he hit. Did he hit him? Did he get the ball first and then he hit him afterwards? And how hard was the hit? I'd leave him. Huh?
Did you just say hitted?
No, I hit him.
That's how I got it. I think he just went into it.
You never usually get words wrong, so I've got to pull you up on that. So hitted, you know.
So if people are saying it was a Stonewall penalty, I'm pretty sure it probably was a penalty, but I just don't know. I didn't get to see it because I left the room as soon as As soon as I see that TV, I was like, I'm stressed, bro. I was on Flash Score just saying, let this game end. And then I see like 11 plus minutes after 7. How does that make sense? But them trying to make them score something. Dickheads, man.
Okay, 1,400 people here. Hit that like button for us. Let this channel grow, guys. Come on, it's amazing seeing these numbers here, guys. The like button is how this channel grow bigger and go to more people, so more people can see this video. The like button is free. It looks like this is underneath the live chat. Before I move on from Man United, I want to talk about the positives. Wan-Bissaka looks good for me on the ball and off the ball.
There's no positives, bro.
No, there are positives. So
No,
let me
no,
just run my
3 points is a
Let
positive.
me run my positives. This is
The
what
only
I saw. Okay.
The only positive for me was Sancho, bro.
And 3 points.
I don't know. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Onana-
yeah.
So one of the things,
Great,
Onana
great,
had
amazing.
his bozo moment.
No empty seats as well. You can celebrate that.
Onana was good, commanding the 18 and everything, but people around him weren't good enough. But he had his bozo moment. Let's just say that penalty is 100% penalty. That was a bozo
hold
moment.
on. People, breaking news. Mo, did you actually just slander Onana?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well,
I never thought I'd see that happen.
Why?
That was like the first, bro. It's like the first time you slandered Conte as well. I'd never thought that would happen as well.
This is. I told you. I'm trying to be objective. Maybe my opinion.
Bro, you're
is
TalkSport Mo.
different.
That's my name for you, know.
Yeah, maybe. But to be honest,
You know,
to be honest, he had no business coming out of the 18 like this, ration like this. If you guys watch it again, he had no business trying to slap the guy on the face instead of trying to punch the ball. Okay, that was a bozo moment, and it could have gone. Listen, if this was a penalty, nobody would have complained. Nobody.
Do you know what I've realised? I've detailed as a
Wait,
viewer.
one sec. I'm looking at it now. He didn't even touch his head or nothing, man. He went for the ball 50-50, and the guy kind of missed it as well. So who gives a crap? That's not a pen for me.
As I was saying, I've detailed as a viewer and even being on a panel. Mo can never be in the right. You know, he says one bad thing about one club, and everyone thinks he's always against their club. And really and truly, he's fair. He actually gives positive. He gives criticism, and he'll be positive about you as well.
Bro,
but
you're not watching him. You're not deep in him. He is fair, but the truth is, anyone can get it, right? Anyone can get it, right? And he is an absolute agenda merchant. Yeah, Mo gender is a real thing. It's a
But
real
I think
thing.
he has agendas for every club.
Oh,
Therefore,
But any club can get it. But
If I'm the same asshole for every club,
yeah, because I realised when it's going too positive for a club, he's the one to ask the negative question.
Someone just says in the comment, Mo hates Liverpool. Well, the whole summer I was
everyone.
hating Chelsea.
No, you've hated every club. But you know what? I've got a friend called Chris who actually was involved with Never a Foul when we first started, yeah? And we call him, I'm not going to say the C-Bomb live because we really might not get monetized for that. But we call him a C-Bomb, but he's our C-Bomb. He can be that. And Mo, you're the same. Like, you are Mo gender. You come up with agendas that do my nutting, bro. Like,
Sometimes.
When you're setting up a show, I think, oh, what madness are we going to have in the
Why
title?
he's going to write in the title or something.
But you're our guy. You can do that. And I'll back you to the death.
I won't.
Look, Cass, you're pissed, Cass. Like, I'm like, I
Yeah,
haven't seen you all summer that pissed.
Bro, I even brought him a can of...
Like, seriously, he's so pissed. It's just, I can see it in his face.
And he's still
you
not...
know he's pissed when...
cream with Fanta?
No, grape.
Oh. No.
So, but
grape with a G.
Is that so is Onana is Amrabat soon? Is Amrabat soon? Is it?
Now, Liverpool are going to hijack it.
Heard in the news.
Liverpool are going to hijack it.
I actually hope we come in for him, but
I hope you do, and you'll fail. But actually, you're not called Liverpool no more. You're called Snitch FC.
There's another thing that's been going around as well. Liverpool. That's another word.
What's the other one I've seen? L.F.C. What's the other one I've seen? L.F.C. Lavia, Fernandez, Caicedo.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Matisse.
So funny, actually.
I don't think the blame is on ETH alone. The players were not fluid at all. Daps' Vate says Cass is Eric Ten Hag, just a total football ollie. Well, whatever.
Give him time, man. Give him time.
Sid says, I'm back. How are you guys? What are you saying, Sid?
Yes,
man?
Sid. Where you been, actually, Sid? Oh, he's been in Toronto, hasn't he?
He's been running away, man.
I think he went to Canada, yes.
Yeah, AMT said, who played better, Havertz or Mount? Havertz.
Havertz. If we're going to do, maybe that's a poll we start doing every show. But right
That's
now,
what I was going to say. That's going to get asked every show.
That is going to be a hot topic. But it's
People
Havertz,
in the comment,
right
tell
now.
me who played better the first week. Who won the battle of the failures? Is it
And
Havertz or Mason Mount?
And imagine Cass, Daps, and Mo, never a foul, are saying an Arsenal player played better. Imagine that.
This is a miracle.
As Varane said that he's got a little ankle problem, Martin. No, you came off. You're not injured, bro. You came off because you was rash and you was stupid. That's why. But we'll see him back next week, anyways. But yeah, man, let's move out of United. It's nothing more to really say on that game as well. Moving on to some other main subject, which is going to make me smile a little bit, is the L.F.C. And I'm not talking about just Liverpool. I'm going to talk about the Lavia, Fernandez, and Caicedo. What are you saying, Roms, man? How you feeling, man? No talent. So, yeah.
It's got to a point where I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to come here ranting and raving. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I'm drained.
And you don't even have a channel.
Exactly.
Imagine how Hussam feels right now, bro.
Exactly. And I'm not set on streams every day, but this one, you see the Caicedo one, when we agreed the British record fee, we'll big up the video, by the way, Kaz, because as much as it was annoying, it was a great video, I have to admit.
Hold on. I've got to pull you up on this. This is like the quad, where you lot claimed the quad, yeah? Is this now, and when you talk on that season, you're going to be like, the season we nearly did the quad. When you lost the league to us, it was a season we came 1 point behind City. Is this a new thing you're going to do? That we nearly hit a British transfer fee? Oh,
I hope not. I can only hope not.
Well, you just did it.
Well, with Lavia and Caicedo, the thing with the Caicedo one, that share. Yes, it was annoying. We broke the fee and whatnot. Chelsea come back in, but they did all the groundwork. It was still annoying because for me, we automatically challengers with Caicedo. If we sign him, for me, I've got us from 4th/5th to title challengers, right? But the one that's more embarrassing is Lavia, because let's be honest, their Caicedo was our Lavia for this window. We did all the groundwork. We've been on him for the last 2-3 months. And I said, and Don will back this, the minute Chelsea put in that £55 million bid, I said, if I was Lavia, I wouldn't come to Liverpool. He probably feels disrespected. He feels unappreciated. Our priority was him all summer. Then the minute we see the shiny new toy, we want to break the bank for him. He's probably thinking, what? So you're now going to come in for me? Even though we bidded more than Chelsea, you're going to come in for me and think I want to come to you. The only reason why I thought maybe he picks us is because he comes straight into our team. But with the Nkunku injury, he goes straight into Chelsea as well. But I thought maybe he thinks long term, once Nkunku comes back, he doesn't necessarily start with for us. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. But it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And now anyone we go for is automatically a downgrade. Automatically. Yeah, there's other options out there, but he's our main guy and he's the one we've been chasing. But there's a counter argument. Did we rate him like that? Because if we did, why didn't you just put up the 50 million? Why would you keep higging and haggling? So that's another argument. But the last 4 days for every Liverpool fan has been embarrassing.
Well, you know what? And this is the thing. And I don't know if Mo and Castle remember or not, right? But through the summer, on some shows, the thought of Liverpool going in for, because Chelsea were taking their time with Caicedo, a few people, whether it be panel members or maybe it was comments, were saying about Liverpool should go in for Caicedo. And I kept saying they don't want to do that because before the window even opened, you were in the mud because of the Jude Bellingham crap, yeah? And the truth is, I said this on a show the other day, it's all about winning. Even little wins in the media are important. Winning, like Arsenal fans, having that one over City. We got Rice, you didn't, yeah? It's a little win, and the media will ride with that, yeah? And I think because of what happened with Bellingham, Liverpool started off this window, moving silent, low-key, avoiding being in a bidding war, right? And when someone said they should go in for Caicedo because Chelsea are taking their time, I said they don't want to do that because Chelsea are taking their time because they can, because no one else is in for Caicedo. Believe me, Chelsea can be ruthless, yeah? And all this, Liverpool fans would say, no, they can't spend over X amount, Y amount. Chelsea will find a way, yeah? We've seen it too many times. They will find, clubs with serious money and serious businessmen will find a way to get what they want, whether it's right or wrong, they will, right? And what happened is you lot did the stupidest move ever, yeah? Because ultimately, by going in for Caicedo, you didn't only lose Caicedo, you lost Lavia. And also,
Well,
you
just
pulled
to
your
add on to
pants
that,
down. Sorry, you pulled your pants down and showed the whole world how much money you've got in your tank. So
just to add on to that, because I know the next 6 we get, because we will sign. One thing I will say, we will sign one. It won't be as good as probably a Lavia or Caicedo, but we have
Tyler
to.
Adams.
He's off on his way to Bournemouth, so we can't even get him.
No, and the maddest thing is he probably heard, oh, Liverpool might come in for you, and he said, I'm all right, cheers, I'll go Bournemouth.
No, I don't think that. That's how you're mistaken of him.
Tyler Adams rejected you for Bournemouth.
He said, you don't know me, dog.
The way Mo has to do that. But this is one thing I'll say. I don't know if you three agree. I believe if we didn't bid for Caicedo, Lavia doesn't go to Chelsea. I genuinely think they've done this out of spite. That's what
I'm saying,
and to piss us off. But it's embarrassing. Now, if you ask me who I want going forward, it would be Paulinho, but he's injured. We need someone to come in here and now. So then I'm going to check the Corey from Palace. Been doing my research on him. I've liked the way he looked. Played well against us last time, but we're going to get extorted for him now. We're going to at least have to pay 80 million north of that. Is he worth that? No. But then you look at all the other clubs. Rice wasn't worth that. Enzo wasn't worth that. Caicedo's not. You pay for potential nowadays, and I believe he's still a decent age.
How much you need him? You pay for how much? The truth is, look, you paid a lot of the time for Alisson. You paid a lot of the time for Van Dijk, but you needed them, and guess what? They won you a league. Yeah, it's all about how much, and everyone knows you lot need a DM so badly. That's what surprised me a bit. If I was Lavia watching yesterday's game, I would have thought, right, Chelsea have Caicedo. I would have also looked at the game and thought there's a lot of hungry youngers at this club that actually I'm going to have to compete with, right? I'd look at Liverpool and go, oh, no, they need me so badly. That is guaranteed, if I stay fit, 38 games a season, 37.
Oh, if you go Benfica for Florentino Luis, they're going to ask for a bomb.
Bro, Portuguese clubs, woo!
Good luck with that
The only thing I would say is that we do have a good relationship with them, and Rui Costa being their director of football, they'll still extort us, but I think that is a deal we could get done.
That's
quickly.
a Liverpool myth, though. That's a Liverpool myth there, bro.
No, it's not the Liverpool myth. We've got after that Nunes deal last summer, we've got a good relationship with Benfica.
You know what?
Bro, was that a good price for Nunes then? Was it a good price for Nunes?
Come on, you know the answer to that. Of course it wasn't.
So do you have a good relationship, or do they know how to get?
I mean, in terms of getting the deal done quick. If we went to them to get Florentino Luis, we could get him. We can get quickly. If we pay the money they want, we can get that one done over the line.
You know what? Yeah. Where's Gunnar Lee in all of this? Because I remember being on Coppish when they done their summer panel show. They done I don't think they only done it once. Gunnar Lee said Lavia to Arsenal. He was pretty sure it's 80% done.
Done. There's another player he said as well,
receipts,
but
you know.
I'm not gonna. I won't get into that.
But who's it?
Who? Gunnar Lee?
Is Lee in the chat?
Last summer, big up Lee if he's here. But last summer he said Pedro Neto's done. I've got my friend we're at the Emirates, and he said Pedro Neto to Arsenal is pretty much done, and you'll hear it soon. That's another player. Gunnar Lee said, big up Gunnar Lee. You said some of his corporate. You said some of his sources have been correct though. Some things he told you.
He has still. Like he was certain on Declan Rice, and he was certain on a couple others as well. To be fair, but yeah, man. So what are we saying about Chelsea, man? How much are they're going to cook?
I'm done talking about the money about Chelsea and Caicedo and Lavia. Right now, let's talk about the football. I'm gonna talk about Liverpool when it comes to the money. Like I've run my agenda about the money and the 8-year contracts and all this stuff on every show, so I'm done with that. I'm going to talk about the football now. I'm going to talk about Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo in the midfield behind Jackson. This midfield will run the game. However, I said that on the terrace earlier. I said they don't have enough creativity regarding the likes of Maddison, Bruno Fernandes, Odegaard, KDB. So that's something that they lack. It was supposed to be in Nkunku, but he's injured. I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back soon because I think MCL will only be like 3 months or less than that.
They do have creativity, Mo. If Enzo's ahead of Lavia, Enzo can create. This myth that he can't create.
No, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a straight question and you answer me. Is Enzo someone who can give you 15 to 20 GA a year?
If playing in that advanced role consistently, yes.
As a 10. So you're telling me that Enzo is the level of Maddison, Odegaard. I'm not going to put KDB because
Enzo's better than Maddison. He's not better than Odegaard, but Enzo's better than Maddison.
As a number 10.
Yes.
Oh.
If you play Enzo advanced, he gets you them numbers.
I don't
about
think he'll
10
get you goals. I don't think he'll get you goals.
Yeah,
He'll get you
not
assists,
goals.
not goals. He doesn't
How
look
many
too
assists
clinical in
then?
front of
10
goal.
assists?
Yeah,
I'll
probably.
say 10 and 10. I'll literally say 10 and 10.
I'm not sure on the
I
goal,
think
bro.
he has
So
that
far,
ability.
Bro, if
so
he
far,
does
from what I've
that, that'll
seen
be a
with goals wise,
surprise.
he's not clinical, bro. I'll be honest. I do hear you on the assists, 100%. But I'm here to be proven wrong. But with Enzo, I don't think he can get the goals, bro. He doesn't look clinical in front of goal. I'll be real with you.
I disagree. I think if he's playing in them advanced positions on a consistent basis, I think he can. I think we're looking at a very, very special player. That's just my opinion with Enzo. So this myth that they won't have that creativity, especially with Lavia and Caicedo behind him, I think he will thrive. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think he's capable of them numbers.
I don't know about 20, 15 more respectable, I'd say, in an advanced role. To be honest, if he goes in an advanced role, I'm going to be looking at 105 million pound players. So you better get me 15 GA. How about that? You know?
Can I
So-
ask you guys,
you know.
what are we basing that number on?
Vibes in inshallah.
Like is that okay? I
No, I'm
like to
joking.
make my predictions based on evidence, right? Or something I have seen, right? It's either numbers or eye test. At Chelsea, he hasn't played advanced yet, has he?
No.
He was a
At
bit more
Benfica-
advanced yesterday.
at
Was he a
Benfica-
bit more advanced yesterday?
More a little bit,
Yeah.
but he's not a 10. He wasn't the 10 yesterday. He played.
No.
Okay, has he played at Benfica as a 10? No, he hasn't. He was in a pivot and he was the highest guy. Did he deliver numbers? No. So
No.
anybody that comes here and say that I think he can get that is based on your assessment of how you watched him.
Yes, that's basically what I'm saying. To you.
Yeah, but you haven't watched him at a 10 ever. So how are
Only
you
people that
sitting
bet-
No,
here
but no,
and
no,
telling
no,
me that?
His attributes and his qualities, I think if he's close to the goal, he can then provide the numbers. That's what I'm saying to you. You're
Where
right.
did you
There's
see
no
that,
evidence.
Roms?
There's no evidence to suggest that.
Where did you see it? Where?
I'm
Where
not
did you
cool. I've
see
not
him?
seen it.
Wherever have you seen Enzo
You know how hard it is
Fernandez
to get 10
close to
goals
the
as a
goal?
midfielder in the league?
Say that again?
Now, how hard it is to get 10 goals as a midfielder in the league alone?
No, but what I'm trying to say, if he's close to goal, cool, Mo. I've not seen it. I'm saying to you, I'm answering you. I have not seen it, but I think if you give him the chance to prove it, he will provide them numbers. Honestly, I think he will provide the numbers. Just
You
because
are
you're not
so
seeing it.
sure, Roms. I'm not gonna dwell on this. You're so sure based on no evidence, based on just feelings and hopes and
but cool.
vibes. You know
There's
what I
been
mean?
times where there's been no evidence, but that's for him to then prove. But based on his capabilities, I believe he can put up them numbers.
Look,
Truly believe he can put up them
I'll
numbers.
be real with you. I'll be real. I hear you on the assists. Yeah, if you play him in an advanced role and you give him, because look, Jackson's raw, he's fresh. Yesterday, I think Jackson could have been a bit more clinical, but you know what? He is young and he is raw and he is fresh. So if you give Enzo, whether it be Jackson a bit of time or they bring in a Vlahovic or something, I hear you on the assists. I hear you on that, yeah. But on the goals, going on what I've seen so far, he's not clinical enough to get double digits in goals for me personally.
Do you want to have? Do you have another opinion? People think that I'm slandering Enzo. I actually think if you play Enzo as a 10, you lose him as one of the best
As an
eights
eight.
based
Yeah,
on what
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
yesterday in the league.
Bro, this is the
See
same
how
as
mad is it, Roms?
Hold on.
He
So
was running the game. Sorry, Daps. He was running the game yesterday as an 8. Now people want to say, yeah, but we got a Caicedo and Lavia now, so let's move him from where he's fantastic at this position and play him as a 10, hoping that he will get goals.
Roms. Let me just say one thing. This is the same with your club and my club did it, yeah? The seasons where us with Fernandinho and you with Fabinho, yeah? Both of them, because of injuries, stepped back and played in a back four, right? And both of them, do you know what? They did a job. However, at that point, those two were two of the best DMs in world football, and you're taking them out of a DM role and putting them in a defense role where they'll do a job, but then you don't have a world-class DM. Enzo is a world-class 8, yeah? You put him in a 10, you're just shoehorning him in. Like, that's not what he does. Like,
but what I'm trying to say,
yeah, maybe not, but you know what I'm saying.
I understand where you two are coming from, but for me, based on his attributes and his qualities, I believe if he was consistently cool, we've not seen it. There's no evidence to suggest what I'm saying. But if you put him in that role, he'll be close to the goal. He'll see the goal, and I reckon he'll shoot more, which equates to more goals. I believe.
One sec. There's no evidence to say that Chelsea's front three is going to bag either. Sterling's not a classified bagsman. We don't know what we're going to get out of Jackson more time. He hasn't done it in a while. Sterling, Mudryk, we still don't know. He's an unknown entity. Madueke, we don't know what we're going to get out of him. We don't know anything.
Bro hardly won't play as well. That's another one. So, but I believe Enzo can play at 10 role. Whether he will or not, he probably won't. But I rate this player highly. So I think if he's closer in that 10 role, you need to understand from that 8 position, he's box to box, he's controlling the game. He's normally giving it to the forward. But if he's closer to the goal whilst he has the ball, he's going to think, you know what, the shot's on here, and the more he shoots, he scores. I don't think it's mad.
Do you
you're reaching there.
so
You're
it's a simple
reaching.
question. Do you think Enzo Fernandez, because Chelsea's aim with all that money and the project they're building is to win the league, do you think Enzo Fernandez, as an advanced 8, can deliver Odegaard's number that made Arsenal close to winning the league last year?
Yes.
Okay.
I genuinely believe that, man.
Okay, then. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's a possibility, but if it happens, it's a surprise to me.
Fair.
Anything is a possibility in football. I have seen stranger things, right? I have seen stranger things. But in my opinion, there is no evidence. Let's move on to Liverpool, okay? Anyway, Chelsea building a project. They're spending the money. Their owner is very ambitious. The difference between Chelsea's owner and Liverpool's owners is that Liverpool's owners only care about revenue minus expenses, equal profit, balance the books. Chelsea's man, Todd Bowley, is willing to spend more money and work around the system to make his team win. I applaud that. Absolutely. Every club wants that. I had that, by the way. If people say Inter are broke, when Cass knows that, when the Chinese owner took over the club, the first season, they spent 220 million and we won the league. I won that at my club. I applaud that. The thing about Chelsea is that the 8-year contracts and all this stuff. Liverpool Football Club at the moment, I actually think Lavia wasn't your answer. Okay. And I was very clear about it. And I said, you not getting Lavia, I think it's a good thing for you. You need to go for someone else. You need to go splash that money, get a Kimmich. Try to convince Bayern Munich to give you Kimmich. Go to Real Madrid with 100 million pounds, get Tchouameni. Real Madrid were willing, and I must say that, Real Madrid were willing to sit at the table for 80 million pounds. Am I wrong? Wasn't that right? Go splash 100 million pounds for Tchouameni. Someone, French experience, Champions League experience, go get that instead of getting Lavia for 60 million, by the way.
No, problem is with that is, yes, if we bid that, it can give Real Madrid something to think. But if the player himself does not want to leave Real Madrid,
well, that's not my problem. But apparently, your club is incompetent because you bid 115 million without asking the player, are you willing to join my club? Your club is incompetent in this.
You're with Sangare, aren't you? From PSV.
Hold on. Is that? But I've got. Is that allowed? Have rules changed? I swear. Are you allowed to speak to a player before?
I'm not too sure. It probably gets done.
The reason why,
you ask the club. Yes, you ask the club for permission. You ask the club for permission, and then you go to speak to the club. However, what I've been told by Don, and I've been told by others, that he said yes to Liverpool, okay, just to have them in his pocket in case Chelsea don't bid for him.
He used us.
He used Liverpool as a backup plan. Because I'm sure Liverpool didn't offer the same amount. You didn't offer 8-year contract, 100%.
No. It was 5.
He played you. But listen, your options are getting limited every day because the window is about to. It's like what, like 2 weeks left. We're the 15th now, so you have 2 weeks left to secure a DM.
And the price goes up. The price goes up every day. And let me. Huh?
No, go on.
And listen, I'm not just slandering Liverpool here. I'll be honest with City. With us, we're going to pay more than I personally believe Paquette is worth. And any other player we go in for now, we're going to pay more than we would have if we would have struck early. Because firstly, players know we're scrambling a little bit now. They know that with the De Bruyne injury, they know with you, the fact they've seen you now, you need a 6 so damn badly. You've got that we're now, both our clubs are going to pay a premium, right? And even like I said on the Saturday show, we should have actually, because it looks like we never really wanted Rice that much, but we wanted Paquette a lot. We should have just gone in for Paquette early doors, because any team we go to now, they've got both of our clubs by the balls. Us, not as bad as you, because, you know, I think that people would say, even if we don't get Paquette, I still think people will say City will be in the title race. Bro, I'll be real with you. I watched you yesterday, yeah, and I am the one person that has always said Liverpool still have that spine. They still have Klopp. They still have... Bro, I'll be real with you, yeah. I watched you yesterday, and I thought, where the have Liverpool gone? Yeah, that is not. And here's the thing, that your forward line will play with less confidence now. Going forward, you're going to play with less and less confidence because you're worried about what's behind you. So you're not going to play fluidly. It happens
Why,
the whole way up
why
the
is
pitch.
he not Sangare as well? Sangare is a good player, bro, and he's worth like 30. He's worth like 33 million. He's a destroyer and he plays forward progressive passes. I don't understand. Yes, he's not mobile as great, but you don't need that for a
That's not what
DM.
Liverpool need right now, neither, bro.
Because I've watched Sangare live once or twice, right? I've watched the Emirates whatnot. Cool. Yeah, he's a soul destroyer in that, but he's got a trampoline touch. He will actually start off attacks for the opposition. I don't think I don't want Florentino Ruiz. I'm saying Sangare and Florentino Ruiz for us. I don't think they're the answer. Even when Mo said earlier, Lavia is not the answer. Yes, by himself, he's not. I think alongside another midfielder, if he comes in a pair, he's fine. By himself, I agree with Mo. He probably wasn't. And that's the difference with you paying for players and being extorted for paying for players and us. The difference is they're going to come into your system and work straight away.
Yeah.
With us, it's not a guarantee they come in and hit the ground running. But I was there yesterday, and for me, it was Klopp being tactically inept because that McAllister and Trent in the middle, it was just never working. I saw McAllister blowing by like the 60th minute. I don't know if the cameras even picked this up, but you know when you're tired and you put both of your hands on your knees. I don't know if you lot saw that on the cameras, but I was literally pitch side and I saw him do it. I thought, Klopp's killing this guy. He's actually killing him. And
already.
For me, Kurt, and we're one game in. For me, Curtis Jones would have been a better option in the middle. Me personally, I wouldn't have started Szoboszlai in that. Curtis Jones has been more accustomed to that position, and he's been playing there in pre-season, so he's had such a good pre-season in that position, and now you're just going to drop him to the bench.
Well, here's the thing, yeah, that I said, and I said this on Battle of the North earlier, and I felt mad awkward saying it because it sounds so mad, yeah. We were looking at what options are out there, and someone said Kimmich, and I said, but if we're being real, and Cass said this to me earlier in the pre-season about Kimmich to City, that it's not what we need. Great signing, but not maybe what we need necessarily. Yeah, and if you look at Liverpool, Kimmich, great signing, but you put Kimmich there. The truth is, right, Trent was the guy that needed bodyguards when he was right back, because we know Trent can start off moves from deep. Yeah, that's what he does, right? But he needs bodyguards around him. You've now moved him into the middle of the pitch, and almost like he's the bodyguard now. So he still needs a bodyguard there. You've got him. If he's inverting and playing next to the 6, yeah, he can start the moves. You don't need a ball player there. You need a fucking destroyer so badly. Looking at you like yesterday, you need a destroyer, bro.
And it was evident, because did you realize how many times that switch to Chilwell was on? Chilwell just had acres of space. So you're right. We definitely need that destroyer. But for me, Kimmich wouldn't be. Listen, world-class player, amazing player, but again, he's not what we need. For me, Kimmich would just be a more reliable Thiago in a sense. He'll create block to box, but that's all Kimmich will be for us. I don't think he'll be necessarily be the answer. We literally need a soul destroyer, and literally just that. And that's why I was saying, if we were to sign a Lavia, he'll have to come with a destroyer, because some people don't even think Lavia's a 6. I think he can do the 6 and 8 role, and I think he is more accustomed to that 6. But yeah,
do you know who could have done the? Do you know who could have done the job with the legs you've got in? You've just got legs in with McAllister and Szoboszlai, right? Their legs, McAllister's legs.
One thing I will say about Szoboszlai.
Bro, hold on. Fabinho, having to do less leg work, could have done a job in that role. He could have, bro. Like at the moment, he's better than what you have. With legs around him, he's better than what you have.
That's I hear you with legs around him, but he was just even declining his all-round game. His intelligence was going, his lateral movement was going. It wasn't just him doing a better role. Everything was just declining at once. And to be fair, if we get offered what we paid for him, you're not really going to say no for that. But I understand
if you're bothered about finances, but right now you can't be bothered about finances, bro. You're in the mud.
But I'm not going to do a revision off of yesterday. Now we're missing Fabinho. I'm actually not happy, but I'm fine with us selling him. I think we can get someone that can do his job, maybe not to a better level, but actually is energetic and quite young.
Who?
At this point, I'm not going to lie, Decore. At this point, Decore. But we're just going to have to pay over the odds. We're going to have to pay over the odds.
It costs you a damn sight more than Fabinho.
17 million for you for that boy, because guess what? They need players, not to sell players after Elise goes as well, man.
But listen, whoever we go for, we're going to get extorted. We might as well stop saying that, or you're going to have to pay over the odds for him. We have to now.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Arteta's Muse, Cass, United still finished second. Is Arsenal still finishing first after
I've
that?
just seen the private chat.
Yeah, good cup of milk over there still.
Well, I'm gonna go and have a butcher's now. Hold tight, Charlotte. By the way.
Yeah. Adrian Sheikh says, big up, guys. I told you Joe Shield spoke to Lavia in January. I tried to warn you this would happen. Finally have a good midfield. I think Elise might happen. Elisa Isaac says, I just feel Liverpool don't have the pull they think they have. It's looking like now. Bree is saying Silva 2-year extension, Walker extension seems done. Doku seems this week. Overpay for Paquetá, which I say fine as we've got it, and great window.
Yeah, bro. If that's true about the Silva extension, that's great news. That I said that's as good as a. I'm shocked if he signs an extension. I thought he might stay, but not sign an extension. So an extension's even better.
Yeah, I'm going to move on to Arsenal, which is probably the last concerning topic. Is Timber's out for the season, which is now like they're back down
the whole
to
season.
What the whole season?
ACL.
ACL.
The whole season.
Oh man, I feel for him.
They're saying like 6+ months or something. Like it's bad, like real bad. I know,
You know
like,
how it is ACL.
He might be back maybe April, end of the season. Like he might be back in like March or April when it's pretty much done.
Not my type of milk. What's that milk you don't like, Cass?
Do you know the quickest recovery I've seen from an ACL was 7 months, but then he came back and then got injured 2 games later. So maybe that gone off date's going to be mad quick.
Yeah, it's an ACL. It's like bro. Go check how long an ACL is, bro. You're not.
No, but I'm saying I've seen some after you get an ACL. I've seen some people come back minimum 7 months, but obviously they didn't let it heal. The rehab wasn't that good because they've come back, played 2 games, and it's gone again.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me, that happens way too much. You have to let that muscle rebuild.
The question is, can Arsenal go to the market?
Yes, they can.
Well, apparently,
they can't sell Tierney now.
No, apparently they're still going to look to offload him potentially as well.
Still,
apparently
after that lose,
potentially, yes. But I can't see
mad.
it.
Do you know what? I feel for them. I'm not going to lie, because in Timber they had a player that could play pretty much anywhere across the back line and looked good. Like come in and look good instantly. I feel for them. I'm not going to lie. That's shit.
Whether it's I don't know whether it's ruptured or an actual ACL. Like this is what we got to see what kind of type it is. To be fair, but they said it's not looking good, bro. Like it's really not looking good.
The way you just said that,
I think they shouldn't consider him part of this season.
When you think about it, that's their defense gone back to square one.
How old is he? Yeah, bro. I'm with Mo. Think long term. This is Arsenal. This is Arsenal rebuilding, not just for this season, but for many seasons to come. They can't rush him back.
Even when you look at their defense as a whole, as a collective, right? Zinchenko's injury prone. Timber's now injured. Tomiyasu's injury prone. So when you actually look at their fullbacks,
Tierney's injury prone.
Say that again.
Tierney as well.
Tierney is injured.
Yeah, Tierney as well. Their centre backs aren't as, but if you start to go wider.
Ben White's good as well. Ben White, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's another one for he's rarely.
So do you know what? I think with Arteta and seeing the way they've moved so far this summer, I could imagine them going out and grabbing someone.
He has to.
He don't want no holes in that. He don't want holes, man.
However,
I think he'll go and grab someone.
Arsenal are in a better position than last year. The reason is Declan Rice. And Ben White can slot in party play right back inverted inside, especially at home against smaller teams, which even though they were troubled against Forest, it can work, to be honest. And also Kivior now, they say he's a good player. Remember that as well. So I think Arsenal don't have to go to the market. They can do, but if they go to the market, I will eat my words, and then I will say...
Bro, the reason why I think they might do is, you're right. Yeah, this isn't me saying... I've just said that if we don't get other players, you'd still think City will be in a title race. I think if Arsenal get no one else, they'll still be there. But I do think that Arteta is very adamant with the board this season. If you want me to win the league, and if you want me to go this way in the Champions League, you have to give me everything I need, right? So I do think he'll be going there and saying, we need another player. And I don't know. They don't need it, but I think if they really want one more injury, all of a sudden there could be problems, right?
Listen, Chelsea, Fofana got injured. They went and got Disasi. So Arsenal should do the same. It's as simple as that. Why not?
Yeah, they should do.
Isn't that what happened when Fofana got injured? Chelsea went and got Disasi. So go get yourself another mobile fullback or just someone who will change position. Just do
And
that.
we've seen throughout the window, listen, when Arteta says to Eddie, I need a player, they just go out and get it. No problems. They've been very proactive. They want to win the league. They'll do anything to win the league. And we've seen it all summer. So, yeah, there won't be a problem.
Well,
if he wants a fullback, he'll get one.
The truth is, that if Arsenal don't get a replacement and he is out for the whole season, and let's say in whether it be October, November, December, right, Ben White gets injured, or Partey gets injured, or Saliba gets injured, there you go. The Arteta will be looking at the board going, so I think they'll get someone else, I do. Because the board want to be covered. That at no point Arteta can look at them and go, well, I told you this would happen. One more injury and it could start causing issues. So I think they should. And I wouldn't say, I'm not on this, Arsenal have spent this much, they must do this, must do that. I expect Arsenal to, because if they want to win the league, they're going to have to.
Yeah, and a little bit of incompetence other than Liverpool's board is the likes, like with 50 away from...
We haven't asked though, we've only asked once,
Yeah, 50 likes away from 500, which is standard bog these days, come on,
without
guys.
asking though, salute to everyone, without asking, but
yeah,
everyone...
yeah. Come on, man. You know what it looks like. We ask all the time. You know where the fun button is. XE live chats. It's right there. Stop being lazy. It's not that hard. But yeah, man, appreciate all the likes that do come through, and anyone that can reach us to a minimum of 500. But yeah, man, I don't even think there's much more to even talk about. Bang on the hour. When I say even in debate, nothing more than Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea being milked. Man United looking atrocious.
No news on De Bruyne, is there? I don't think any news.
I see nothing on De Bruyne either. So
I do know that obviously Diaz, Bernardo Silva, and De Bruyne are not travelling to Athens. Bernardo's got a cold or something, and Diaz because of the head injury. And I'm travelling tomorrow morning. So anyone that dislikes me, you're lucky. You probably won't see me for a couple of days. Although I might try and jump on.
I think something else has come out on Arsenal, not with ready news, but they're continuing talks with Kudus.
They've jumped because it was West Ham were in for him, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think Arsenal have reopened or they're continuing talks with him as well. But I think that's one we should keep an eye on.
They're smart.
I think it ends up at Arsenal.
Smart.
Yeah.
Two birds with one stone there, bro. 2 birds with one stone there. If they get him, it's the cover on the right. It's also hinders City's chance of getting Paqueta because West Ham will not allow that to go through till they get a replacement. So that's 2 birds with one stone from Arsenal. Smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, gonna wrap up and we'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Yeah, I'll be talking on other stuff. Big up Roms for coming on as well.
Love Roms.
I'm gonna go be more stressed out.